IVM.
This IPL season is set to be huge. What could possibly make it bigger? Well, the Cred Daily Jackpot, of course. Just download Cred, pay your bills, and stand a chance to win the Cred Daily Jackpot, unveiled every 13th over of the first innings of every match. So, just use Cred. Enough said.
Hello and welcome to Football Portal. We are in between a severe lockdown here in Mumbai. My friends, are you safe? Yash, Baru.
Safe and sound, sir. Safe and
I am outside Mumbai right now. Hello,
Oh,
can you hear me?
Oh shit, I hope you're not in Pune. That's worse.
No, I'm in the twin cities of Mira Bhayandar.
Oh, you're in Thane district.
Oh no, they're
Palghar
breaking away from Thane right now.
What are you saying? It's in
Yeah, somebody has put a change.org petition and it has crossed the critical mass of 300 signatures.
Oh, yes. That's what Anil Deshmukh waits for before collecting Hafta. 300 signatures
Oh, no.
on change.org petition.
Now we
All
are
right.
Hafta.
Yes. Yes. Let's start with this. Who do you think collected Hafta among footballers this week to play badly?
Oh, there could be so many people. I mean, I think most of the Burnley team because they lost to Newcastle. Who knew that was possible?
All right. So unlock this for me, right? So there is rumors, strong rumors that Steve Bruce is being encouraged to go down to championship so that a sale to MBS can happen.
Uh,
Now there are two schools of thought. One is Mike Ashley wants to sell to MBS, so he's encouraging Bruce to go to championship. Or someone else wants to buy Newcastle at a lower price, so they paid Bruce money off and say, "Bhai, tu championship mein chala ja, and you'll get a payoff." Right? But this
Yeah.
guy is a man of principles. He's like,
Yeah.
no, I will beat a team and I will ensure everyone suffers. Why do you think Steve Bruce is doing this?
No, but I think Steve Bruce is so incompetent that he's failing at failing. Like he had one job to do, like not put his best player, Saint Maximin, on the pitch. He threw on Saint Maximin and he created 2 goals or scored 1 goal, created 1 goal. Yes.
Man.
Steve Bruce is so bad that he fails at failing.
Oh God, this is horrible. But something else happened this weekend. I think all of us, for a change, watched one La Liga match together. You could say
Yeah.
that, which was the El Clasico, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. I watch a fair bit of La Liga. Baru doesn't watch any football at all. But yes, how is it watching? How is your experience of watching two La Liga games every year going on?
Amazing. I mean, this week has to be. This is my favorite week all season. It was peak. It was peak Hala GGMU week, dude.
Peak Hala
Yeah, because I don't think Real should move from Estadio Alfredo Di Stefano back to Estadio Bernabeu because they're doing so well here. I watched them thrash Liverpool in midweek and Barcelona, the two teams that I'm not a big fan of.
Oh,
To put it mildly.
Put it mildly. So yeah, I mean this week has been fantastic, and the cherry on top is United beating a Mourinho team.
yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
so
but
cherry
we'll
on
get to
top.
that later. But speaking of Real Madrid, it was. I mean, what a game! The El Clasico was a good El Clasico after such a long time, and the counter-attacking football that Real played was so amazing. I mean, it was
dude.
like watching billiards.
That Benzema goal, man. Oh, that was so good. Which
Yeah.
was tried by Pogba later in the weekend, but we know it doesn't happen. Baru, so Messi hasn't scored a goal from directly while taking a corner forever now. So should he not be, he's not the greatest player ever, right? Because he's unable to do such stupid things.
Yeah, I think that's evident. I mean, which I was just mentioning, like since Sawant mentioned cherry on top, I expected cherry on top would be the other goat playing this so well
Messi.
this week. Dingardino. So I mean, yeah, I mean, Messi is obviously not the greatest of all time right now. Right now.
Oh, like a dear friend of ours put it.
So
My
what is this Tenet or whatever? It's like a Nolan movie.
yeah,
He's all time, but not right now. So this time
correct.
is not all time.
As our dear friend Hemant on WhatsApp put it, my favorite player currently is Neymar. My favorite player of all time is Messi. So you're like, what? How does that even work?
Messi is timeless.
Yeah. So La Liga, yes. Do you think Real is going to win?
Uh, they have a good chance because Atleti play Barca, right? So if
Yeah.
that game ends in a
And
draw,
and Atleti have like some 8 players injured. Even Trippier got injured. Fucking Gary Neville's cast his evil eye on everyone.
yeah, that's true.
हाँ,
But
हमने नजर लगाई उसको.
but Madrid, although they have traditionally not been a great league team, at least in the last 15 years, they have a few games to win the championship. So I think if they play all these games like they're knockout games, they should win the league.
Okay, all right. Talking about Gary Neville, Trippier, we have to come to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Baru, he's redeemed himself. He's already again England's number one right back after 4 days being out of the squad. He's got Liverpool that win. Oh my God, they were about to draw, and Yash was just almost in this masturbative trance state.
Yeah, I mean, I thought like Hala GGMU was his peak, but we would have discovered a new state of existence for for Yash Sawant if if Martinez had managed to keep 2 goals more off, out of the goal. But
Yeah, but alas,
alas,
what happened was Trent Alexander-Arnold scores, and then all the narrative changes. It's like Trent proving his worth for
Yeah.
England. So what if he may have a few defensive deficiencies? Such are the moments of magic which Gareth Southgate should look forward to. It's
the
like
burden of a nation off his shoulders.
the narrative changes just like that quickly, dude. How cool is that?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's the English press, man. I mean, they have no idea that Trippier. I mean, we already discussed it the last time. They have no idea that Trippier. What, for all they know, that he's probably in Narnia right now. It's.
Trippier was so pissed off that he injured himself. नहीं खेलना मुझे. मैं नहीं जा रहा. All right, talking about.
Or maybe he injured himself so he can come back home and see what all the fuss about Luke Shaw and everybody else is, man.
Okay. So, oh man, Luke Shaw. Wait, what are you going on about Luke Shaw? Luke Shaw is a left back.
Sorry.
No?
Yeah, sorry. Luke Shaw and Rose was the whole issue, right? With Mourinho's teams. He's always looking at the other guy, man. Ends up
Okay.
freezing his own left back.
So, talking about Mourinho, I think Yash,
Yeah.
more than United winning this game, I think this was the match when, like, someone broke Mourinho, like, beyond belief, beyond repair. Like, Ole got him so angry that Mourinho, like, just could not even speak properly in the press conference with the song comment.
No,
I
but
mean,
Babka, Dadaka.
he was all right, man. I think
dude,
his his players broke him, dude. I don't think Ole has the ability to do that.
dude, I mean, his players broke him. There enough times his players have broken him. I don't think that is it. I think for one of the few times, even when he's angry, he knows what he has to say, right? He knows exactly what he's saying. Even when he goes on his 12-minute rants of respect, you know exactly what he's trying to do. But this was the time when you just he was just angry. He had no words to say. Like
No, but
first,
he was still articulate enough to count his CV points and
no, wait.
accept that Pep Guardiola is his only rival or something.
No. I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about Ole basically saying that, if that Son incident had happened to his son and his son was rolling around and he wouldn't have given him food and, and all of that. And Mourinho, first of all, that made no sense, right? And
No, but this is honestly, this is not the first time Ole has said it. He's said it before, maybe a year back or so.
He could have said it, but this is probably the first time Mo had no answer. Like, he was just angry and he's like, how can a father not feed his child? I was like, what?
Football aside.
Even if
He
a
wants to
father
solve child poverty. Dude.
yeah, Rashford got so excited. Yeah, Mourinho's like, even if a father has to steal food for his child, he will steal the food. And
Did
then,
Rashford just put in a transfer request?
but then finally he regained composure. He's like,
We just sent them a Google Maps link to the nearest
restaurant where Mason Greenwood, Hooters, where Mason Greenwood is also dining. Yeah, but I think Mourinho realized in between that answer, ki, what am I doing? So he said, look, in Portuguese, as they say, bread is
Bread
bread,
is
cheese
bread.
is cheese. Basically, what that means, Baru, is कि भाई मेरा यहाँ दिल और मुंह में filter नहीं है, यहाँ जो सोचता हूँ वो बोल देता हूँ. He said, I already told Ole this, and I'm telling you guys also this. But it was so bizarre, man. Yes. But surprisingly, that game, first half was so bad.
Yeah, the
Right.
second half was awesome, dude. Like it's the best I've seen United play this season.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah,
And
because
you,
Pogba was playing well. I don't know whether it's a shop window, his manager telling him, "Arey, kuch kar," or just how
Catalog
the
time.
effort that we don't see with Pogba was seen there. Plus, Fred surprisingly made a run into the box, which he never does.
made after like 3-1-2s.
Yeah, and the budding bromance between the master and the apprentice continues between
Who?
Greenwood and Cavani.
Cavani. Oh man, Cavani is so good.
Yeah, because that cross, United don't do that first time cross. They always ponder on the ball. You just know that Cavani on the training pitch has gone to Greenwood and said, "Arey, ignore everyone. Put it, man. Just put it. Put
Yes.
it there. Dal de dal. Winner dal."
Ah, if you put it, I will call you the Engrito. But man, I love Cavani so much. He just pisses me off that he plays United. But Pogba, Baru, is this the Pogba we have finally seen, the unlocked one?
Yeah, I mean, is it Black Friday already or something? So that's when
Oh,
all these deals get unlocked, man. Plus, it's catalog season, as Yash said. I mean, that this is when all the pitches and everything is happening for Pogba in the market. But let's see.
all right, man. But yes,
And he's always been one of my favorite players, man. I mean, I've been saying this for quite a long.
no, you have never been saying it. First of all, this is the first time on the pod you come on the podcast 3 weeks in a row. So who have you been telling all this?
But every 3 weeks, I do come once and say,
Okay, and to top of the week, yes, which was a hectic football week, right? Because before we get to another point I want to talk about, we have to talk about Arsenal. Are they back? Are they not back? Is beating Sheffield any sort of yardstick? Is Simpsons parody right about what Arsenal did? What is this? What are we supposed to feel?
if they can't do this, I don't know what can they do.
Baru,
By the way, did we finally decide who the Blade Gunner is?
no, we are
"Oh,
not.
Was
there
a
isn't one as far as I could see."
was a Sheffield player good enough for Arsenal to anoint a Blade Gunner?
No.
Did Rehan Brewster play?
Oh God, Rihan in the house. Baru, why did you message yes? Rihan in the house, yes, Sawan.
Because he just come in.
I know, but when you messaged it, I was like, oh my God, did Rihan score? So I switched to the match, and nothing had happened.
Rihan was just walking around,
Anonymous.
Yeah, but Baru,
looking like a CFL.
is Arsenal on the up? Baru, what is this? What are we supposed to make of this ball result which you guys have achieved against Sheffield?
Yeah, I mean, we are ahead of Leeds, who destroyed Manchester City. So I think we are on top of the league right now.
Yes, yeah, and yes,
Yeah.
I mean, if the week wasn't enough, we had the fight between Grand Frauder and Bald Frauder, which was so f***ing weird.
Yeah.
And as we discussed in last week's podcast, we knew Bielsa was going to tell Pep, I'm going to lose this way. This is how the goals are going to be scored. This is how your team is going to play.
And he was wrong.
No, you know what I think? I think he told that to Pep, and Pep started overthinking. Arey yaar, he knows my game plan. You think that's what happened, Yash?
Probably. I mean, you cannot get a perfect XG to goal ratio otherwise.
Yeah, but Bielsa must have felt so bad about it then, yeah. That in his tactical mastermind analysis, he had predicted that he's going to lose. But Pep outsmarted him anyway. So he must have felt like really bad about it.
Yeah, next year the Spies are definitely going to be there on Manchester City ground. And I mean, just now that we are talking about it, there's so many things. And we saw one of the best games of the season, guys. Bayern Munich 2, PSG 3.
Oh, yeah.
That was, it feels ages ago because we saw so many good games after that. But oh man, that was such a good Champions League game. It feels somehow feels so long that we've actually had a good Champions League match. Or do you guys remember when was the last good Champions League match? Not to Baru. Yes.
Oh, I don't know. And the last round didn't have many competitive games. But but Juventus were terrible. So even if Porto made it, it wasn't a great tie. But anyway, this game, I love the fact that Choupo-Moting scored. Dude. Choupo-Moting is such a weird guy.
You know why he scored? It was snowing. He's like, "Are Stoke phones get
Stoke.
He's like, oh God, we're back in Stoke.
Yeah,
Was
But
it a Tuesday night game?
it was.
it was. It was like cold and windy as well.
It was snowing, cold, windy, and Tuesday. And to top of it, Choupo-Moting had like some 20 chances, which were almost like tap in, which he decides to miss. Right, all of them. And he does one header, and promptly on WhatsApp it comes, "Acha header to mara isne." So
But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I think notwithstanding Real doing what Real do, PSG should be one of the favorites or the
Yeah.
favorites.
I
I mean,
don't.
apart from Man City.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean,
No?
given
Why?
how that Bayern PSG game went, it could have easily been like 8-2 Bayern, right? And you're playing in stadiums without fans or anything, so there's literally almost nothing called home advantage.
Right.
So all it takes for Bayern is to just Bayern can still win 2-1, right? And they can go through.
Are you saying Arush in Paris was the one who was deciding Paris's game still now?
Arush, oh, he was supposed to go near PSG stadium. I think they banned him. All right,
But he's working for Vitali now.
Oh,
Italy.
find out. Anyway, we should take a break right now. And after the break, we have to find out among all these good matches who have been our players of the week, guys. So please think of some names. Stay tuned to Football Portal.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another awesome week on the IVM Podcast Network. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Would like to thank our sponsors on the network this week, Seat Tires and thewholetruthfoods.com. So, this week on Advertising is Dead, Varun was joined by Mansi Zaveri. She shares her experience of running a community for parents of young kids and teenagers and of hosting a podcast along the same lines. Gauri Devidayal was joined by Divya Thani on This Round Is On Me. Divya works as a global editorial director with Condé Nast Traveler. They discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of a travel writer's job. On Candid Kanan, Sid is in conversation with Adarsh Gaurav, who recently scored a BAFTA nomination for his role in the Netflix adaptation of The White Tiger. They talk about his role in the show, life pre and post stardom, and so much more. On Agla Station Adulthood, Ritash and Aichi talk about the precious time and opportunities lost to the lockdown and share their post-COVID wish list. When it comes to cricket this season, we have you covered. In English, we have Edges and Sledges, which do their show live on YouTube. They look for announcements over there. And for our Hindi listeners, we have Khel Niti, hosted by Rajiv Mishra and ex-Indian cricketer Sabah Kareem. This show is live streamed on YouTube every day at 9:15. Definitely do check these out, and let's get you back to your show.
Welcome back to Football Portal. Yash and Baru in the house.
Yo.
And they will be in their houses for a foreseeable future and not going out anywhere. So, Yash, you've seen like some 20 football games. Who has been one player, your player of the week?
I think this week I'll have to give it to Luka Modric. Both the games, he bossed that midfield. He turned back the clock. He's an old guy, I know, but he was immense.
Dude, you are the sort of a guy who we created an episode just for you to hate on Barcelona players called the most overrated 11. So I kind of was expecting a Real Madrid player, but I thought you'll say Benzema.
No, Benzema was good, but I think Modric made that team tick.
Really? Not Tony Cruz doing the geometric. I will hit the head of two Barcelona players.
That goal was awesome, dude. That goal was awesome. But I think Modric shades it.
All right, fine. Baru, who is your player of the week?
Yeah, I think I'll just go with my fantasy team captain, Stuart Dallas.
Nice.
Oh, we have to talk about Stuart Dallas. I mean, why? Why did you make him your captain? First of all, I don't think you are managing your team. There is someone else who is doing the work for you. There's no.
Just check out my coffee mug, man.
Oh, nice.
Wait, you need to tell that to people. We can't just like this is an audio podcast
The Big Boss or Big Boss
on Woot.
on Woot. It's a reality show for people who don't know.
No, that everyone knows.
Don't get so
Football,
real, man.
yeah, football देखे या नहीं देखे, Big Boss देखेंगे.
I thought we have like international audiences who don't speak Hindi.
They get Big Boss Cambodia. They know what Big Boss is.
Big brother.
Oh yeah. All right. Coming back to Dallas, why did you make him captain, Baru, or did you forget to change
So
it?
I actually made it for they had a good game 2 weeks back, I guess, which is when I made him my captain, and then I forgot to change my team this week.
I knew it.
Yeah, is Dallas American or?
He's Irish,
Oh,
Northern Irish.
Acha, so he's from Boston. So you forgot. So did you feel ashamed when taking praise from all these players? Baru, what a visionary, Baru. They're
So
like,
I just responded with a very maniacal laugh.
all right. Okay. My player of the week is Neymar. Oh man, that pass for the second goal of PSG. He played so well. This bloody otherwise PSG without Neymar and Mbappe are actually such a bad team. They literally are like they're not very good. So yeah,
They're just mutant turtles, then, not teenage, not ninja.
yes, mute turtles. They are. That's what they are. Yes. So yeah, Neymar Junior. I mean, I would do anything to just put him in the squad. So guys, we have to sit at home this weekend as well, and we are recording this on a Monday night. So even though this goes on a Thursday, I would urge the listeners to just check if our predictions came through. But Yash, who are the people going through in Champions League for you?
Champions League, Madrid,
Ah.
Chelsea, PSG, Man City. Yeah. No, sorry, Dortmund. I think Dortmund will turn it around.
Why? Because you just don't like Man City?
Yeah, that's one thing. But and Man City with Pep have a history of going out in the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
Did
and
you just say that
and
City were favorites with PSG?
he did say that. But
They,
then
they are on paper, they are. But I think the Dortmund have a good chance of going out. I saw their previous game and City looked okay. They didn't look great on the night, and 2-1 with the one away goal that Dortmund have. It's not the worst.
Dortmund had enough chances as well in that game against City. So and that bloody stupid refereeing decision.
Oh yeah, that Bellingham decision was.
Yeah.
Forget
As
it.
soon as I saw Bellingham score and goal not given, all I thought was, oh, poor guy, Yash. Yeah, for 8 months he went on about Jude Bellingham, and look what happened. But Baru, do you concur with Yash's predictions or?
Yes.
No, actually, I have a different question for you. Will Arsenal go through?
Oh, I actually think it depends on Saka's condition right now. He picked up an injury in the last match, a dead leg, but he should ideally be available.
This club is so dependent on one young black migrant worker.
No, but we scored 2 goals after Saka left. So, but even then, Martinelli, so he has a celebration with Saka where they do like a half hug kind of thing. He went on with the celebration even though Saka wasn't there. So it looked like a glitchy FIFA 21 celebration where the other person, the other sprite is not there, but you're just celebrating.
Dude, what are you?
So he hugged thin air, Martinelli.
Oh God. Okay.
But all of this description reminds me of Brendan Rodgers' Liverpool after Suarez had left. That one season when they were dependent on Sterling.
Yeah. Oh yes. Actually, but that Liverpool squad, where did they finish?
7th, 8th or something.
So Arsenal type ही है फिर.
But yeah, I mean, without Saka, they played pretty okay, but he sets the tempo going in the starting of the game. Lacazette had a brilliant game. Thomas Partey pulled off one really good pass through the midfield.
Wow, we are like cherry picking here. भाई यार पार्टी का एक पास देखा तूने? Oh my God.
I'm basically saying that he had a bad game, but that one pass he did was good enough to get us a goal. But yeah, I think if we get Saka back, we should be able to finally break Praha's unbeaten streak.
Okay.
They're on 38 games or something unbeaten, I think.
Correct. And then they met the kryptonite called Arteta.
Yeah, at least he defeated them in 90 minutes. Though.
Oh yeah, that's also there. This is killer. Yeah. Anyway, I think Bayern probably still will go through Yash, and Man City Dortmund. I'm like 50-50. I don't know because refs can always be bought, and we know who has more money. So, talking about the weekend, which are your games to look forward to on the weekend?
Check that. Man, we're back to so much football again.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Grant Fraude is playing Liverpool. Yes, come on. Just
Yeah.
stick to that.
Yeah, that. It has to be that.
The season started with 4-3, Liverpool beating Leeds. And that was a fantastic game.
That's true. Yeah,
So
there's
you-
an FA Cup also this weekend.
Is there?
Yeah, Chelsea play Man City. Come on.
What, Chelsea's playing Brighton on Wednesday? Okay. Yeah. So, but that is going to be my game of the week to see Thomas
Cool. So I'm
Tuchel.
giving you prompt.
Oh, shit. Thomas Tuchel may win this game. That's amazing. So, City will be...
What logic is this?
Dude, City will be out of Champions League and FA Cup. And if United are mounting their title challenge because of the dejection of getting out of those two tournaments, United can snatch the league from them. And because
And Mourinho loves the League Cup as well, so he might win that as well.
yeah, and since they're already in such downturn of form, somehow Harry Kane will want to redeem something, and they'll end up with no trophies.
No trophy.
Oh, dude. Yes. So please, all you listeners, watch Chelsea thrash Manchester City. That's my game of the weekend. And I've just like put a Leeds versus Liverpool on Yash ki bhai dekho. Baru, are you even going to watch any football on the weekend? He just disappeared.
I'll probably stick to Arsenal facing yet another team below them on the table. And
Fulham.
pulling off an emphatic win.
London Derby.
But are you sure? Fulham need points. They may pull off a scrappy 1-0 win.
Are you saying Sheffield didn't?
Dude, Sheffield is out, gone. What are you going on about Sheffield? They're not even playing for pride now. Even those days are done for Sheffield.
But yeah, Arsenal Fulham.
Okay, what's going to be the score in that?
It's going to be a hard-fought 4-0 victory for Arsenal.
I'm going to predict a hard-fought 2-1 for Fulham.
Oh man.
Oh, I just love talking to Kumar after Arsenal defeats. There's a sense of security and calm when you talk to him. Yeah, all right, guys. Take care. Yash, bye-bye.
Bye.
We were even supposed to have a twaddle dinner or lunch where we need to plan for Euros. When is all this going to happen, guys?
Boys played well. Due factor.
First of all, thanks to Allah. All right. Bye, Baru. Bye, Yash.
Bye.
Working Monday to Friday glued to your chair making you feel dull? Worry not. Get your 5-minute weekly dose of travel around the world with Postcards from Nowhere. Join me every Thursday as I explore the strange, obscure, and fascinating parts of the world and bring out facets of travel you may not have thought of before. You can find us on the IVM Podcast app, website, or wherever you get your podcast from.
2020 is a difficult year. A global pandemic, protests, elections, recessions. You get the picture. What we need is a space where we can have nuanced discussions about global affairs and foreign policy. That's where I come in. My name is Hamsini Hariharan and I host the States of Anarchy podcast. Every second Tuesday, I speak to experts in the field of international relations to make a little more sense of the world. So join me on the IVM podcast app, website, or wherever you're listening to me right now.